Show of hands, who wants to be healthy in 2020? I do. My name is Maria Koropecki, and I'm the owner of Homespunspa Mobile Spa. Welcome back to 3 massive mistakes professional women make that keep them feeling overwhelmed, out of balance, and stressed to the nth degree. Thank you for investing your precious time to be here today. I promise it will be well worth your while. Your future 2020 self will thank you also. By the end of this series, you'll know the 3 best ways to relax and feel better. You've already learned in the previous talks why it's so important to get to know yourself beyond what's on your resume. If you haven't seen the first parts of this series yet, please click on the links now and come back here afterwards. You'll also learn the S word that is killing your health and how to remedy this immediately. And you'll learn the secret yet powerful habit that all successful professional women practice. The second biggest mistake professional women make that keep them feeling overwhelmed, out of balance, and stressed to the nth degree is letting stress fester. Yes, letting stress fester. Thank you. According to the World English Dictionary, stress means, among other definitions, mental, emotional, or physical strain or tension. The problem isn't stress by itself, because we need a little bit of stress to motivate us to get things done. The problem is chronic stress, the kind of stress that festers for weeks, months, and years with no relief in sight. Chronic stress puts your health at risk and may lead to serious illness down the road, as mentioned at the beginning of the series. We have a built-in survival mechanism known as the stress response, or the fight, freeze, or flight response, that helps us deal with sudden, unexpected, and potentially dangerous events. It's fascinating to know what happens in our brain and body during an emergency, or even when we just perceive something as a threat. Say, for example, you're driving to work one morning, and on the news they've announced a road closure up ahead, just a few blocks away from your office. Based on input from your senses and on memories of what happened the last time there was a similar situation, you will first decide whether or not the situation is indeed stressful. If you judge the situation to be stressful, a whole chain of events gets launched. First, the amygdala, the areas in the brain responsible for the processing of memory, decision-making, and emotional reactions, yells, "Alert! Alert! Threat! Threat!" This message activates the hypothalamus, which links the nervous system to the endocrine system via the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland now secretes the adrenocorticotropic hormone, or ACTH. Meanwhile, the adrenal gland is activated and it releases the neurotransmitter or chemical messenger epinephrine, which leads to the production of the stress hormone cortisol, which increases blood pressure and blood sugar and suppresses the immune system. The physical effects of the fight or flight response include increased heart rate, bladder relaxation, loss of peripheral vision, shaking, dilated pupils, flushed face, inhibition of tear production and salivation, slow digestion, and hearing loss. All of this happens in an effort to efficiently mobilize your muscles and create a boost of energy, strength, and speed. Your sympathetic nervous system is now in charge, and you are ready to either fight, freeze, or flee and increase the chances of your immediate survival. After the threat has passed, either you've won the fight or have managed to run away, or you've figured out an alternate route in the case of the road closure ahead example. All systems will calm down and return to normal, and the parasympathetic system will once again be in charge. But in today's day and age, it's not so simple. We encounter many stressful events each day. Some say at least 50 times a day, and when one ends, another one begins, and we are constantly on alert, waiting for the other shoe to drop. There is no time for the body to rest and recover, and the stress response is being activated more often than not. This roller coaster ride is very hard on the body. After a while, the stress will start taking its toll on your overall health, and you are probably already aware of many of the symptoms that are showing up in your own life. What are some symptoms of chronic stress? Headaches, migraines, muscle tightness, backache, stiff neck, insomnia, lack of concentration, fatigue, lethargy, proneness to errors, acne breakouts, significant hair loss, depression, anxiety, anger, resentment. You get the idea. Stress is no fun, is it? Obviously, having any one of these symptoms makes getting through the day extra challenging. Stress-related symptoms such as chronic pain, headaches, and hypertension lead to absenteeism from work, low productivity, strained relationships, etc., etc. The good news is, it doesn't have to be this way because fortunately, we also have another highly powerful built-in system in our body which helps us manage chronic stress and heal even the worst illnesses. It's called the relaxation response. Once the stress response turns off, the parasympathetic nervous system will once again come into play, and healing hormones like oxytocin, dopamine, nitric oxide, and endorphins will travel throughout the body. These healing hormones are bursting with natural self-repair mechanisms, but the key is they will only work when the stress response is not engaged and the nervous system is relaxed. On top of that, research is showing that having a positive outlook, plus knowing that someone like a doctor, nurse, massage therapist, holistic practitioner, parent, sibling, friend, coworker, boss, or anyone in your life cares about you, will also elicit the relaxation response and will promote healing. So letting stress fester was the second biggest mistake professional women make that keep them feeling overwhelmed, out of balance, and stressed to the nth degree. Please click on the next link to find out the first biggest mistake.